It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go here on EA Sports. Devon Achane to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Up the sideline, past midfield. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. It is a big play on 1st down. 42 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. And he pitches it. And he'll take this down to about the 7. They'll stick with him again. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Reload. 19 Lions.
On third down, they'll set up. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's H.A. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
19,
From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's a 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On third down, Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And this offensive line, creating running space, he'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Here comes 3rd and 6. They're going to go play action with Penix. This one caught at the 4. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. And he's in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. Oh, he pumps up the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On the option, here's Robinson. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Dicker's kick is good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Right away, they'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw again. Big strides. Look at him go. And he... Score! Touchdown, Tigers! It's his 4th touchdown on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And his guys are on the board. It's 10-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is HN. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And his guys are on top. It's 14-10. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Penix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Penix. That's caught downfield by Waddle. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He'll go right and find his running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So a very tight first half, a one-point game here at the break. As we send you back across the Atlantic. Early wake-up call for Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Top of the morning, Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Back to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Williams in motion. They'll look to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 19-18.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Quickly, they get it into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown number 30 on the year. One shy of LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 31 touchdowns set back in 2006. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. On the return is Achane. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 5. On play action, Kenix. throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live the...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Daniil Hunter with the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem. And plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now a give up the middle. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Williams in motion. He'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return is Achane. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
They motion the slot man left. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. The Falcons send their punting unit out. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. This will be returnable from his own 15. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he... They'll begin here on the ground. Ho-ho! Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Third and 6. Quick throw here is complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Let's go now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Let's go.
Slot receiver headed right. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Ready up.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set. Ready.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because He knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's that man again. Another catch. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Tigers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. His kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Fourth down, and here's Penix. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Tigers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Up the middle they go. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. Now
we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with 3 seconds to go in a game that has already been decided.
Let's go.
3rd and long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is 3rd down and 10.